Hello, everyone. This is Anatole,
And
and
it is potato again. I'm back.
people new to our show. His name is Min, but he likes to say he's Potato. It's an
Me.
in-joke. It's a running joke. And today we are doing a reaction video to Watchmen Season 1, Episode 1, titled It's Summer and We're Running Out of Ice.
Ooh.
It scored 8.1 on IMDb. And before I talk about my experience with The Watchmen, Min, why don't you tell them what your experience with The Watchmen is before? Have you read the book or watched the movie?
To me, Watchmen is the best superhero movies ever. Because back then when Jack Snyder made it, it was quite violent to be honest, but there's something about this depth in it. Their story and the way they portray superhero, it's just very much different what we're doing with Marvel these days. So yeah, to me it's quite special. It's the best thing I've ever watched, and all the way until now. I have a chance to watch some of the comics book, but it's not really what I'm expecting it to, because I'm more familiar with Japanese manga and stuff.
Right.
So let's see what it turns out when it got serialized like this.
How many times have you seen the movie?
3 times.
Okay.
Even more.
Right.
Even though I can't count it, but yeah.
Right. I have read the graphic novel, I don't know, 7, 6, so many times I don't even know the number.
Really?
Yeah, so many times.
Is
It's
that good?
One of my favorite books of all time.
Oh, really?
Right. I put it top 5 for me. And I've seen the movie. I'm not a fan of the movie.
Oh
Sorry.
man, it
Yeah.
was good.
We can get into the reason for that later, if it's applicable, because today we're here for the TV show, not for the movie. So our method is that when Min and I record together, I watch the show beforehand, but Min does a pure reaction. And as we're watching, I will not spoil anything so that Min can react completely fresh. And this will be interesting because Min has not read the comic book, and the TV show is a direct sequel to the comic book, not the movie. There are going to be a couple points where I will have to kind of explain to Min what's happening, because it is something related to the comic book and not the movie. Otherwise, he will be confused. I have not told him ahead of time. I want to keep it a fresh reaction from Min.
I tried asking him, you guys. He didn't say anything.
Yeah,
he's really tight-lipped.
Tried many times. He was very sneaky and subtle. Oh, so, how about this? I'm like, no, Min.
Yeah, can I see that guy again? He was like, no. You're good, Anatole. Let's see. Let's go.
All right, yes, so let's get into the reaction video. Join us after the intro, and then we will do our reaction to Watchmen 1, Season 1, Episode 1, titled It's Summer, Running Out of Ice, and we're going to go now. Don't you know who this is? Bass Reeves, the Black Marshal of Oklahoma. Actually, he's a real person, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was, I think, the only marshal, Black Marshal.
Time to go. Where's that?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. And this was a real thing that happened. This was called Black Wall Street. It was one of the most prosperous areas outside of New York where black people lived and had their own businesses. And all this really happened.
So they have a riot?
No, not a riot. It was a massacre. The white Ku Klux Klan and the white people came in and just killed
the Triple K.
Yes.
Oh, God.
This is an event that many Americans aren't that familiar with because history ignores it. But recently, in the past few years, there's been more attention paid to this.
They even use airplane and active bombing like that.
Right, in the show. I'm not sure if that happened in real
Well,
life.
I thought there's an airplane just for dramatic effect, but
I'm not sure if it was in real life.
Oh.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
But if yes, then it's really brutal.
Right.
A very well invested massacre.
Right, right. Wasn't just a bunch of random guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
It's really tense. I like the way they do
Yeah.
this scene.
Just like the voice of the character is already tense. Very Watchmen-ish. I'm expecting to see Rorschach's mask.
Rorschach.
Yeah.
And there it is.
But there's no changing patterns.
No. It's not the genuine deal.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain.
So what he meant earlier is that he found something related to this guy, to the cavalry.
Yeah, the Rorschach mask.
Sent a couple of units out to the address on his DL, but the house was boarded up.
Cavalry.
More than likely.
So spelled with a K, that's got to be related to the KKK. I was just thinking. I didn't realize that before. Because cavalry is usually spelled with a C.
That form the walls of those bubbles. If we don't have walls, it all comes tumbling down.
So there's Dr. Manhattan, one of the first characters from the book that we see.
He's been playing around on Mars, right?
Yeah.
Even a little bit of yolk gets mixed in with the whites. So that's why we gotta separate them.
I gotta get the smiley face.
That's iconic.
Yeah. There are lots of Easter eggs in the show.
It's called a bonbilla. When I was a little girl in Vietnam, we called them mooncakes. It's called a bonbilla.
Is that
When I was a little girl in Vietnam.
That's in Vietnam.
Yeah. Did she pronounce it correctly?
Yeah.
Before or after it became a state?
I knew this would get a reaction out of you. I knew it. I knew it.
Right.
Sorry, we are in Vietnam. Min is from Vietnam.
Yes.
I didn't mention that at the beginning.
To find the bullet and get it out because they didn't want it.
Oh, they even got the mark right.
Oh, wow. Nice. Good. Usually they get kind of stuff like that wrong.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Well made.
Making cakes and cookies with. God damn it.
All right, so here's where I got to explain something. It's different now. In the book, when New York is attacked, it's attacked with a psychic squid. And they teleport the squid in. The squid explodes, but it emits a psychic energy of nightmare dreams that were created by artists and comic book writers. And in the movie, it's just a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
These are squids.
Squid.
Yeah, they don't explain why they're falling from the air, but fan theory is it's connected to the book, The Attack by the Squid on New York. Somehow that psychic attack of teleporting the squid is now making it so that it rains squids sometimes. So like I said, that was the big scene I knew I was going to have to explain. He would not understand. And there they are, they're the squids.
Are they eatable? They look tasty to me.
I don't know.
So, in the movie I watched, like, Omnizodia, the dude.
Ozymandias.
Yeah, Ozymandias. He tried to stop, and like kind of fix up the war, the big Cold War between Russia and America.
Right.
By framing Dr. Manhattan.
Yes.
Putting Dr. Manhattan power into a bomb, release it in New York. And
Right.
lots of people died.
Right.
But then, eternal peace is achieved.
Yeah, so the basic reality of that is consistent with the show and the comic book.
Okay, but in here, the reality is that was not a nuclear bomb. That was a psychic attack.
Yeah.
Supreme psychic attack that like kind of material like nightmares, you
Yes,
say?
yeah. Yes.
And for one of the everlasting effect is that sometimes it rains squid.
We guess about that part, yes, but it'd be too weird not to be connected. I'm sure it'll be explained.
It's very weird.
So look, pager, no cell phones.
Oh, because of all that
We don't know why.
technologically Dracula.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay, so Little Bighorn is the place where Custer, do you know General Custer?
General Custer, was
He
that?
was a general that got killed by the Indians at Little Bighorn, and he was a famous general, and it was one of the greatest victories the American Indians had by killing Custer, and his cavalry was the 7th Cavalry.
Is she in a place that reserved for the black people? Because it seems so.
No, I don't think it's reserved for black people, this place.
No, it does feel so. You see mural
Oh
on
yeah,
the
that's right.
walls.
That's a very good point. I don't
You
know.
see mural on the wall. You see
Yeah,
that it
yeah.
show off a lot of like black people in prosperity.
It could be a black neighborhood. I don't know if it's reserved for black people, but that's a very good point. I didn't notice that before. Thank
It's
you, man.
like they're trying to portray, yo, this is a place where the government reserved for black people to make up their atone for their sin or something.
Yeah,
It does give up that feeling.
it could be a special economic zone where they give economic benefits to African Americans.
respiratory thingy, huh?
Yeah, it's not explained, but that's a very good point.
Cop carcass on the highway last night. Soon the accumulated black filth will be hosed away, and the streets of Tulsa will turn into extended gutters.
But
We are the 7th Cavalry.
oh, so many questions.
Everyone, we are invisible.
Well, it's
We will never come. Do not stand between us and our mission, or there will be more dead cops. There are so many deserving of retribution, and there is so little time. And that time is near.
they're all wearing Rorschach mark, just like
Rorschach.
Rorschach, like they're following his idea, but
Yeah.
it wasn't this idea.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Rorschach. At least I know the
Rorschach.
Rorschach from the movie.
Yeah, no, you're correct. They're kind of appropriating his ideas.
Yeah, they're bending.
Yeah.
He must be rolling his grave around, but he's interrogated, so
Right.
there's nothing to roll.
Right.
Good thing we know where their caves are. So roll into Nixon Ville and round them up.
That was Nixon.
Nixon's Ville.
It's called Nixon Ville. That was Nixon, the statue of Nixon.
Water and blood mix flowing out of the door. That one is paying homage to the old good old shot.
Was there a
Yes.
scene in the...
There is. I remember that clearly. That shows how cool he is. Remember that time when they got him to prison?
Oh, right.
And Niall and the seal spectre came to rescue.
All right, from the
And then,
toilet.
but then he
Yeah.
he murdered everyone there that tried to get him.
So they're saying, in a way, they're showing the police are just as violent
brutal,
as
they
Rorschach.
are. Well,
We're almost at the house. Is there any movement inside? You got a head count?
Looks like 4, maybe 5.
in a way, both the police and the 7th Cavalry is trying to inherit like Rorschach's will,
Well, the
but in each of their way.
7th Cavalry is doing it intentionally. The police are in there unintentionally, I think.
Yeah, I guess. Oh! Glad to see it again.
Yeah. I think it's the owl
Yeah.
ship. Night owl ship.
So much for turbulence.
Right. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your flight. Be
Yeah.
careful on your way out.
You okay?
Oh, shit.
And this is what the war has become, huh?
Yeah.
Unsettling, but nevertheless interesting. Oh, is that the castle that Dr. Manhattan made it on
Wow,
Mars?
very good eye. That was something people have pointed out, that there are similarities, and this is Ozymandias, in fact, too.
But he's dead.
That's a fake death.
Oh, so he just wanted to leave peacefully.
Yes, yes. That's a very good eye that you notice the castle's the same as the one Dr. Manhattan destroyed on Mars. Nice eye.
In movies like these, nothing is extra.
That's right. Nothing's left to chance.
They don't
That's
spend
correct.
like hundreds of thousands
Yes.
of dollars making some random things.
Yes, that's correct. Exactly right.
Everything is made for
Yep.
a reason. Everything is there for a reason, except that they flunk up something.
And look at the telescope. I'm sure that's not by accident either. He's
Yeah.
keeping an eye on Mars.
Oh, he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
The cake is in the shape of the squid, so we think it's the anniversary of his attack on New York.
It's the bee's knees.
Only one bite, probably not prepared very well. So the theory is that maybe they're robots or some sort of synthetic human?
Because they're not acting very.
Yeah, they're glitching, right, yeah.
I've started writing a play. It's a tragedy in 5 acts. When it's finished, I want the two of you to play the leading roles.
And what should you call it, Master?
The watchmaker's son.
Dr. Manhattan is the son of a watchmaker.
I know.
And he says it's a tragedy. So I'm thinking the play he's writing is going to be about his plan for this, during this season.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a tragedy, he's got something in mind for Dr. Manhattan. That's my guess.
He's gonna bring him back for another plan.
Yeah, maybe.
Sing, Uncle Judd.
No.
Uncle Judd,
No,
sing.
no,
Sing,
no,
sing,
no,
sing.
Sing, Uncle Judd.
Sing, 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 sing.
Even the guy. Even the men.
Watch batteries.
I pulled a duffel out of that plane you blew up. There was a couple of hundred of them in
Well,
there.
can't you just buy those at any old store?
No, not anymore. They're the old kind. The synthetic lithium, the ones that were making people sick.
I think it's also important that they're talking about watches again.
Yeah. It's all comes together.
I'm gonna change into my uniform and I'm gonna go there and we'll see him.
Maybe you shouldn't drive.
I'll get one of the boys out front to take me. You don't have to wait up for me.
So he's the head of the office.
He's the chief of police.
Yeah, so he doesn't need to wear a mask anymore.
I guess not, but normally we vote. You vote for who the chief of police is, so you would know. There's no way you could run for that office without people knowing.
But he said he will let someone drive for him.
He lied, didn't he?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And police issued one even.
Is it? Oh, that would mean there's someone inside. Very good eye, man.
The police issue spike strips is made so that they are contracted and expand easily.
Oh, right. That
When you
makes
drop
sense.
it expand very fast.
Right.
If it's a homemade one, it won't look like that.
Right. So that means someone in the police is working
Yeah.
with them.
A homemade one would look much more primitive,
Right.
improvising.
Yeah, like nails on
Yeah,
rope
that
or
one
something.
looks well made. Oh, that is the police issue one. Oh, it's the old man at the bakery.
Yes.
And he hanged the chief of police.
Well, he found the body at least. We don't know if if he's the one that hanged.
Okay.
Yeah, hung him. That's the same note,
Yeah.
the boy. You got it. So that's probably the boy from the beginning.
Maybe he is the boy.
Yeah.
And he is taking his revenge. I want to see an up-close shot of the body. Not that I'm sadistic, I just want to see if there's any trace and clue.
He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep.
A single drop of blood will drop on that one.
Exactly right. Very good.
But it's summer and we're running out of ice.
And that song is from Oklahoma, so that's where the title comes from. Okay, so we're going to do a brief review in 1 second, and then we will be finished. And that was our reaction to episode 1. Min, what are your brief thoughts on the episode?
It's amazing. It's like I gotta rewatch Watchmen all over again. I gotta see some of my favorite superhero. Well, quite old a bit, but that's still amazing. It feels like they're breaking apart the Watchmen and remade it. And it's in like the modern quality as well. It's really fun to watch. However, there's so many things I think I missed out because, well, I don't really fully get the story behind.
Right.
But still, it's amazing.
I had a feeling. It's first American history. There's a lot of references to American history.
There's the dilated, twisted history part of it.
Yeah, there's the real history and then the twisted history, and then there's the stuff from the comic book. And so I thought...
There's an alternate universe ending and stuff.
Right, so I thought all that would be a little hard for you. I tried to explain the most important stuff.
This is great. This is amazing. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, I really like it too. And we don't have time to get into depth with our review because I have to go to work like right now. I thought we could spend up to 10 minutes talking about and unpacking this episode. We'll just have to save that for
Next
episode
time. Yeah.
episode 2. Any final thoughts before we call it quits?
Oh, well, I don't know what to say. It is a little bit woke, as people say, but I had no problem with that. All in all, it's really well made. HBO, it's really quality.
I don't know why you brought that up because we could have spent 5 minutes just talking about that. But
okay,
we'll save it for we'll save that controversy for
we will. Next
episode
time,
2,
it's a long discussion between him and me. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll join us again. Until next time, take care and be well.